Let's give the mix a listen with no processing and then add the mastering, hear what it is that I've done, and then dive deeper into how I've done it.
Alone too often. They don't give a damn what is in your messed up little head, and they're chasing you like psychos.
Before mastering, the mids kind of felt all over the place and not focused, and the overall tone was not punchy enough. So let's see what it is that I've done to achieve this fuller and more punchy mix. So the first plugin I've inserted is the Pinsado Eq by Acoustica, which create unbelievable plugins, but they are so heavy on CPU it's unbearable. And what I want you to notice is that I'm not doing any EQ in this first plugin. What I am doing is using this pre-2 circuitry. So they've emulated some saturation of a preamp apparently, and this does wonders. It really adds a lot of excitement. Let's listen to what this is doing. So it does add some high frequencies, but also somewhat of saturation, which compresses the mix a bit, and this alone already makes the mix sound a bit better. Next up, another Pinsado EQ. Again, I'm using the pre-2 circuit, but this time I'm also EQing a bit. I'm adding just a touch of 650 Hertz, and I'm attenuating 17K. The slow mid gave a lot of weight to the mix, and there's just more excitement going on from this pre-2 circuitry, which apparently required some attenuation. Next up, the Ivory EQ, which is an emulation of a very famous mastering EQ. In this plugin as well, I'm using the pre-saturation. It's just mild and beautiful. Half a dB boost at 108 Hertz, half a dB cut at 2.4K, it might be the 2.8, I don't know. And then half a dB attenuation at 4.2K. So overall, very minor moves, but notice how this affects the mix. So it is subtle, but mastering is a subtle art form, and this does exactly what I wanted it to do. Lastly, the Fabfilter Pro L2 Limiter. I'm using the punchy algorithm. These are the settings I dialed in, and I have the level match function engaged, so we can A/B this and hear what it is that it's doing. I can actually push this even further without it feeling too compressed. The compression is around 2 to 3 dB max, but I am reaching healthy levels that I can happily print and send to streaming in all platforms. Again, mastering is a very delicate art form, and a little goes a long way. This concludes what you give from beginning to end. I hope this was insightful for you. As I mentioned, you can download these files in the multi-track folders in the course and experiment with them yourself. Make sure you share what you come up with. If you have any questions regarding any stage of the production of the song, please let me know, and I'll see you soon.